All right, Scorpio, thank you for joining me for another general reading. We'll see what Spirit has to say to you for this message. We'll see. Spirit guides, what message does Scorpio need to hear at the time of this reading? What is this charcoal? What message does Scorpio need to hear at the time of this reading? Thank you very much. Message for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Scorpio. Spirit guides, thank you for your support. The dream. Something is revealed. Insight. Breakthrough. Okay. Sacred journey. Life cycles, family, and transformation. So some of you guys could be coming online. You're becoming aware of your purpose. Your dreams could be giving you some sort of a heads up or some information about a path you're supposed to take or a journey you're about to experience. I think this is the end of a journey or an end of a cycle. So you guys may have had a dream a while ago. Could be weeks ago, months ago, or years ago even. And you remember it. And you didn't understand what the meaning of that dream meant until now. So, a dream you may have had years ago, you remember it, and you didn't understand what it meant then, but now you understand what it means now. The meaning of that dream has been revealed to you by way of life experiences, life cycles, family, and transformation. This dream could have been about a generational curse or your ancestors. It could have been about this bloodline stuff, family tree stuff, past lives even. It makes sense now. You didn't get it before because it was very cryptic. The message was kind of cryptic and it was like a puzzle that needs to be put together. And your life experiences since that dream has helped you to interpret or crack the code for this particular dream that you had a long time ago. And what's interesting is that the dream you had in the past that you didn't understand was actually in alignment with a life path or your life purpose that you weren't aware of then. So it's like now you're coming online, you're logging in, you're plugging into a system or matrix here, a journey. So the dream was telling you about a path you were about to take or a path you had to take, but you didn't get it. Now you're about to start that journey and you understand what it was all for, what it meant. The dream could have been showing you a skill you have or some sort of responsibility, an ability, a gift that you have. You didn't get it. And that gift is coming online, that something is becoming more clear, more crystallized for you, courtesy of Saturn and Pisces. It's making sense. So the reason why you couldn't understand what the dream meant back then was because you weren't prepared to undertake this journey or this process or this endeavor. You weren't ready yet. So you had to go through experiences that would prepare you for this journey. That cycle's complete. You've learned all that you needed to learn to begin this process. There's a breakthrough here. It makes sense now. It all makes sense. It didn't before because each of these circles was like separated. Now they're centered. They're concentric. One is feeding into the other. So like there's a sequence of events that happened that is sort of like helping to solve the mystery in a sense. It's almost like keys going into different locks. These are all keys here. So there was a big door that you were in front of, but there were several keys that you needed to use to open that door. Those keys were life experiences that would unlock some skill, a gift, insight, information, purpose, mission. You weren't prepared for it at the time of that you had the dream. It was just a heads up. It was like either a heads up. It was like what's it called? When you have the video games and you had like the little checkpoints. It was a checkpoint. The dream was like a checkpoint for you because you may have felt lost over the past several years, or since you've had that dream, you felt lost. That dream was sort of like a checkpoint to remind you of something that you weren't aware of at the time you had the dream. So you had to go through certain experiences that were keys to open up this door. But there are various keys. That could have been emotional, psychological, spiritual, experiential, financial. There are different keys that had to be unlocked within you to prepare you for this mission, which seems to be significant. It's like a family inheritance, something that was passed down to you through the bloodline here. And information was lost. Lost in translation, lost through time, lost through trauma, people not saying anything, separation. So these pieces were scattered. You could have come from a scattered or broken family where information was lost. So this dream was like the ancestors coming to you to give you some sort of guidance about what you're supposed to do, because that information wasn't transferred to you by your elders or your parents, because either they didn't know, or they weren't aware, or you guys weren't close, or I don't know, something happened where you were not given this information by the people who were supposed to give it to you. But you have a responsibility here, but you weren't ready for it yet. So this dream you had weeks ago, months ago, this could be a long time ago, actually. I'm getting 12th house. This is like the moon card, high priestess. I wouldn't even say the world card here. This was a long time ago you had this dream. You could have forgotten about it, or not forgotten about it, but you didn't know what it meant. You didn't forget what it was, because it was supposed to be, it was a seed that was planted. You know how you have dreams sometimes you forget the next day or a few minutes later what it was? This was not meant to be forgotten. This was a clue or a hint that you needed to anchor yourself in your future without knowing what that future was, because you weren't prepared at the time of the dream to handle the responsibility of whatever this is. You weren't ready yet. And now you're ready, it seems. So all of these circles are centered. They're connected. All the keys are here, and the lock is ready to be open, or the door is ready to be open. Some doors about to be opened for you guys. Which deck should I use for this? I was going to use the Modern Witches Tarot, but I don't think that deck it matches the energy for this reading. I adjusted Aries. Aries was a little less esoteric. This is a bit different here. Hold on a minute. All right. Bear with me. Un momento. Okay. Spirit guides, please continue this message for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Something happened in the past and you didn't understand why it did, and you never forgot it. It didn't make sense to you. Now it does. More information, please, for Scorpio. It makes sense now. It all makes sense. And you're ready to handle this. You have the maturity, the knowledge, the experience, the wisdom, the strength, and the courage to handle this. This is heavy. Four of Swords. Rest from strife. This is information that is transmitted to you from the ancestors. You received this information when you were sleeping. Four of Swords. Rest from strife. You guys could have gone through a lot. You see how they're both resting? This is not this is information that's given to you while you're asleep. These swords represent information. The Queen of Cups. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. You could be a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign. This is Cancer energy. This is the mother, ancestry. Cancer represents the moon, our inheritance, not just tangible inheritances, but spiritual inheritance, karmic responsibilities, because you have gifts that were given to you by your ancestors that need to be used for whatever reason. You could be a writer, a singer, a spiritual guide, teacher, something. You have gifts that were given to you by your ancestors that need to be shared with the world. This is Libra energy and this is Cancer energy. The Four of Swords. This is these two Cancers. It's almost like a Venus and Cancer in a sense. The Ten of Cups. Family, ancestry, marriage, relationship, children, past lives, material work. Three of Pentacles. Something, okay, this is, I'm not, you know, I'm not being forced, but it's like my vision is tunnel vision right now. There's so many ways to interpret this, but I'm getting ancestors. This is, you know, this could be a marriage or whatever. That's not what's happening right now. This is past life stuff, or like people have crossed over, deceased relatives or loved ones, family, deceased family members, Pisces energy. You're working with them, or they're working with you to illuminate something or liberate something within you, or they're working together. These are your ancestors. Perfect success, Ten of Cups. They're showing you how to achieve this. There's something I want to say. I'm not going to say it until I'm sure. Victory, Six of Wands. Yeah, you have overcome some sort of struggle or battle. Four of Swords. You went through a lot. Ace of Pentacles. This is a whole new cycle here. Three to the Ace. Four Pentacles. Four Swords. This is like inheritance. Fours, for me, represent the fourth house. Structures, foundation, ancestry. This is the IC in the natal chart. Your foundations, where you come from. I'm being forced, not forced, but it's the energy is shifting, is in that direction. It's not about, like, there's a past life, current life situation happening here. There's information that you received from your ancestors in your dream. about a past life situation that could be up for review, or you'll be replaying it in some way, or you've successfully overcome some past life trauma or karma. And now it's like some gifts are available to you. Okay, so I'm going to say this. If in the past life you had gifts and abilities and you abused them, they could have been hidden from you until you passed certain tests. So your ancestors from a past life came to you in a dream and reminded you of this gift, but you were not able to access it because you didn't have the maturity level or the skill level to wield this gift maturely or responsibly. You can't abuse this gift. I don't know what it is, but you can't abuse it. You weren't ready for that yet. Clarify the Four of Swords and the Queen of Cups, please. This is given to you by a female ancestor. I knew the Six of Swords was going to come out. I knew it. The river Styx, crossing over to the other side. You took this with you from a past life. I'm getting past life here. It's this, even though this is nobody's going to die. I'm not saying that, but you have gifts from a past life you brought with you. I knew it. So we have 10 swords, right? We have the 10 of swords here, but it's not, the ending already happened. Like you had already passed over. These people already crossed over, right? So now you have access to this other realm, the realm of the dead. You could have the South Node in the 4th house, 8th house, or 12th house. South Node in Pisces, South Node in Scorpio or Cancer. The water houses represent like death, crossing over. The Hierophant. Yeah, okay. So see, you know, you broke the rules last time. In your past life, you broke some rules. I don't know what those rules are. I can't tell you. But you broke some rule. And you misused your gift. It could have caused death, either the death of others or your own death. But you still have these gifts. And there's an opportunity for you to redeem yourself in this lifetime by using those gifts to liberate and to heal instead of hurting and taking advantage of people. You could have been someone who was in the church or, I don't know, killed by the church because you were a witch or a doctor or something like that. You had gifts that were really powerful. You can't, when you have gifts that are really, really powerful, even if you die, you take them with you to the next lifetime. They become like talismans. They're imprinted in your DNA. There's nothing much you can do about that. It's like a responsibility that you have. Some people are born to be doctors and lawyers or whatever. And some people are born to have certain gifts. And even if they go a certain path, it's not going to make a difference. They still have to do what they came here to do. So you could have realized, you could have felt like no matter what you did, it didn't work out. Or you had to keep starting over because things kept falling apart. And things were falling apart because you weren't supposed to be doing whatever it is you were doing. You're being pushed or shifted or steered or guided to this direction. There's a past life gift that you have. You could have abused it or misused it, or the church could have said you were a witch or whatever. But somebody broke the rules, the Hierophant. And you could have been punished for that by losing your life. So your ancestors came to you in this lifetime and said, you still have this gift, so you still got to do what you got to do. We'll help you by way of giving you some sort of a checkpoint. We'll give you a vision of the future, but you won't understand until you're ready to take on this responsibility. You're ready now, whoever this is for. Clarify the 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. 7 of Cups, illusory success. Right. Okay, that makes sense. And the Knight of Wands. Right. So yeah, you know, you kept having to start over. Everything kept breaking down. Relationships, jobs, homes. There was this. You couldn't stabilize yourself. You couldn't settle down anywhere or with anybody. There was no settling here. Knight of Wands is like, it's very unsettled energy. Traveling, exploring. You had to go through all these different experiences to collect the keys that you needed to open up this door. So nothing was supposed to be stabilized for you. You were just on a mission to explore the world or this lifetime to collect those keys for you to open up this door. That's why nothing worked. It wasn't supposed to work. Suppose you got married to the first guy you met 15 years ago. Then you wouldn't have learned certain things that you needed to learn from the other men or women you've dated. Suppose you stayed at the same job for 20 years or 15 years. Then you wouldn't have learned different skills you needed to do this. Like this instability was created on purpose to force you or to guide you towards collecting these talisman or these tokens that you needed, or these keys you needed to unlock this door. The Victory in the Ace of Pentacles. You're ready now. This reminds, it's like almost like being coronated. You're being coronated by spirit. So I had to change that song. I'm not a big fan of it. Okay, so yeah, you're being coronated by spirit because you passed some really challenging tests. You lost everything. Ace of Pentacles. No Ten of Pentacles, no Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is here, but we have the Ten of Swords here too. So that had to be taken away from you. There was an illusion of like this perfect life, perfect husband, perfect marriage, my dream man, my soulmate. That wasn't real. That you had to meet that person for them to teach you certain lessons you needed to learn to do this, whatever this is. And now you're being rewarded. Not rewarded, you're leveling up. Now you have permission to do this now. You're ready. Knight of Pentacles, work. Knight of Swords, all three knights. So three knights here. We have the Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Knights represent messengers. This is urgent action. This is fiery energy. Taking action, masculine energy. You're ready for battle. You're ready to fight some spiritual war. Or this, okay, yeah, this is deep. Material success, Six of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. You're going to have the resources that you need to do this. Two of Pentacles. Two of Swords, peace. So this Two of Swords is peace, but here's the thing. Okay. I'm going to say this. If you had the money that you needed before, you were not going to do this. You were not going to go in this spiritual path. You would have said, I'm comfortable. I have a good job. I'm stable. I'm straight. I don't have to do any sort of spiritual exploration. Life is good. You know, you would have been content. And that's not where you were supposed to be. You have a job to do. You're some sort of warrior here. A spiritual warrior. An energy warrior. I'm not saying you have to go to the military, but you're someone who has to fight or use their gifts to fight something. There's a choice that has to be made. A choice has to be made. Do you want a normal life or do you want to do this? A normal life, you know, is a regular job and, you know, a husband or kids or whatever society says is normal, hierophant. Do you want that or do you want to do what you're supposed to do, which could be lonely sometimes? It's lonely, it's burdensome, but it's very rewarding. You have what you need to do this. You'll be supplied with the resources you need to get this done. Seven of Pentacles is going to take some time, but you won't be broke. It won't be Five Pentacles. It won't be four, or even three. Three is here, but you're going from 3 to 6. You're going to get support from the universe to do this. If you make the decision to go in this direction, you'll get the support that you need to. You'll have a war chest, right? You'll have the money that you need to get this done. If you say, I want a normal life, you'll have a normal life too. I don't know what the quality of that normal life will be. You may be bored, or you may feel like, I don't know, something's missing, but you know you have something to do, and you had to make a difficult decision to go on this path. You had to sacrifice something: your stability, your peace, your comfort, your money, your career, your status. A lot was sacrificed for you to do this. And that sacrifice was an indicator to your ancestors and to Source or God that you were prepared to do this. This meant a lot to you. You had the character and the discipline and the courage to take up this mission, because you're willing to sacrifice what you value the most, which was stability, power, prestige, self-esteem, career status, marriage. You sacrifice all of that to do this. It means that you are meant to do it, and now you're being rewarded for it in some way. What's the relationship between the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles? I need my glasses. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah. Loss of, you sacrifice something. You sacrificed your financial security. The 7 is here again. You did sacrifice it, and that was a test. Are you willing to lose everything to do this? It was a hard test because you didn't know the answers. You didn't even know you were being tested. But you felt deep within you that this was the right decision. I don't know what sacrifice you made. You could have walked away from a marriage, a job, a career, a lifestyle, a family situation, a relationship. I don't know. You walked away from something that was really valuable. 5 of Pentacles, Taurus energy, to go towards the unknown. 2 of Pentacles. It's kind of like the unknown here. 2 of Swords. You got 2 of Pentacles and 2 of Swords. How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to survive out here? I don't have this, but you made some sort of sacrifice, Scorpio. And the universe saw this. And now, one more please. Some more confirmation of this message. I need some confirmation that this is the correct message. Knight of Swords, Aquarius energy. This is a master of, no, I didn't notice this Saturn energy here. This is the confirmation you needed. This stage of Aquarius, we have this scythe here, which represents Saturn. Saturn is God in a sense. It's Jehovah. It's the God of this particular solar system. So this is like Aquarius energy, but it's also like Libra energy. You were judged. You passed some sort of judgment. Sun card, yeah. You passed judgment. Because if you weren't prepared, this thing would have cut your head off. This sword would have cut your head off. Not literally, but you would have destroyed yourself in some way, shape, or form, or you would have been destroyed by all of this turmoil. You've been protected. You were being protected too. But you stayed pure, you stayed righteous, you stayed on the right path. You didn't try to hurt people or exploit people in any way. In spite of all you went through, you tried to bring light to the world in spite of all the darkness you were experiencing, and you were judged for that. So you're prepared. You are ready for this responsibility. Clarify the King of Swords and the, I mentioned you were judged, judgment, and the Two of Cups. You were judged. Did you walk away from somebody you loved? Somebody you really loved. That was a test. If you had to walk away from somebody you really loved, that was your soulmate, life partner, whatever, to do this, yeah, God is like, yeah, you're ready for it. If you notice, like when you read mythologies and when you watch these movies about like Marvel comics and these superheroes, they always got to make a sacrifice. They got to sacrifice somebody they love to go on a mission. And that is a test from the universe to say, this person's ready. They have the strength to do this now. They're not going to be distracted by, yeah, justice again. Saturn and Libra. King of Pentacles. You could have walked away from a marriage or relationship or a person you really loved to do this. Or by walking away from that person that you really cared about, you got some keys or some information, you leveled up spiritually. You fulfilled the karmic contract. This person helped you to heal in some way or helped to get you to align you to your purpose. A lot of Libra here. I mentioned Libra earlier with this card because I was seeing this sword upright reminds me of the Justice card. In this particular deck, it's the Justice card for me. But this is Aquarius energy. We are in Pluto and Aquarius. But Aquarius ruled by Saturn. And Saturn's exalted in Libra. So this is Libra energy. Libra, Saturn, Aquarius energy. Scorpio. Love. Judgment. King of Pentacles. You could have walked away from somebody you really loved. That situation gave you a lot of keys. It gave you a lot of keys. You lost this person. Or you lost something you really cared about. It's like Kid Cudi's song, Do It Alone. You got to do it alone. Go on your own. It's bigger than you. This is bigger than you. And it's bigger than that relationship you were lamenting over. Yeah, this was rough. You guys went through a journey. Jeez. You went through a journey, Scorpio, but you succeeded. Is this for Scorpio? Who is this for? Is this for the collective? I lost. My mind is looped out. Whatever is this loopy? What's going on here? Where am I? I got so pulled into this story. I forgot who this is for. Is this for Scorpio or the collective? I'll find out when I rewind it. This could be for everybody. I'm lost right now. What is going on? I got pulled into this. Okay, well, yeah. It's a good sign, guys. You've leveled up in some way. Spirit guides, please continue this story. I need another message, an oracle message for this reading. An oracle message that pertains to this reading. 1010 is up to you. One more, please. 444 for the Emperor card. Protection. Okay. See, I'm going to read this after I finish reading this one. Moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, unconditional love. It is time to put those long cherished ideas into action. You will soon come into contact with the appropriate individuals, circumstances, and resources. Eventually, you will experience joy as well as new opportunities. Trust in the process. I think this is where you were. with the dream and the sacred journey situation. You made the right choices, even though they were hard and they could have been confusing, but you made some really tough choices that led you to this path. And the choices were a test. And when you passed those tests, you received keys to open up this door, or this door, the door to a whole new path. The door was locked. You couldn't see beyond it. It wasn't a gate. It wasn't a glass door. It was a big, heavy, metal, wooden, opaque door. You could not see through it. You were guided by intuition with this Justice card, blindfolded. You were tormented though. 2 of Swords. You were tormented. But even though you were tormented, you had some sort of resolve because of what was communicated to you or transmitted to you in a dream by your ancestors. Protection, change, rebellion, guidance, justice, truth, character, love. Get ready for the good things you've been hoping for. Justice is here. Truth is here, which is the King of Swords. Judgment also. You were born for a higher calling. You were born for a higher calling. This is really significant because this is something you brought in from a past life. A gift or skill you brought in from a past life, and you could have abused it before. You broke the rules and you were punished by way of death or some sort of, torturing. Your ancestors came through to you in this lifetime and gave you more information about how to. They didn't tell you how to do it. They told you or showed you what you were supposed to do or what you were capable of, but you didn't get it at the time. It was kind of muddled or confusing. You know how dreams are. Weird. Put your energy into going towards your ambitions, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, circumstances, and resources to make things happen. So it's almost like there's this verse in the Bible that talks about how birds don't have to worry about finding something to eat. God always provides. So if you go on this journey, you're always going to have enough to take care of yourself, your family, or whatever. You could have been afraid of that at some point. We'll see what the message is. It's a yes and no message. I don't know what I'm asking yes and no about, but we'll find out. We'll see. Yes or no, spirit guides. Yes or no. No, like oil and water, separate lives, drift apart. Yeah. You were on the wrong path. You were on the wrong path. And that's why things were so unstable for you. Like you couldn't hold on to anything. People, relationships, jobs. Nothing was stable. The 7 of Cups. It's like the ground or the sands kept shifting beneath your feet. But this was done to guide you in the right direction. You had to go around the world to collect certain keys. And you're a fixed water sign. You don't like to change too much, or you want to be the one to initiate change, but you don't like unexpected changes. So you're very stubborn. This could be Scorpio I'm talking to. I forgot who I'm talking to. But if you're a Scorpio, because of your rigidity and your fear of change, your fear of breaking the rules even, right? You could have came into this lifetime, being a stickler for rules, or you could have had a very strict parent from a past life who was there to teach you how to follow the rules. Don't break the rules. If you break the rules, you're going to be punished. So you kept trying to follow the rules, but no matter what you did, stuff kept falling apart for you. It kept falling apart because You were just there to collect sonic rings. You weren't there to stay stable. You weren't supposed to get married to this person. You weren't supposed to stay at that job. You weren't supposed to stay in that house. Your job was to collect experiences and information from those experiences. Sagittarius energy. One more please for Scorpio. Need another message. Yeah, like oil and water. Separate lives, drift apart. You don't fit in. You don't have many friends. You're isolated a lot, or it's like you got to do it alone. I mentioned this earlier with Kid Cudi's song. You got to go on your own. It's bigger than you. Decay under the surface. Strength waning. No. These cards. Okay. Decay under the surface. Strength. You're right. Okay. So this old life is falling apart. Or it's falling apart. And you're aware of that. Nothing's making sense, or nothing made sense. Yeah. So you see how she's lying down, resting. The strength waning card. You got tired of starting over. There was so much happening. You kept having to start over. You kept having to rebuild. Disappointments, breakups, delays, all this mess. So it's like your life was decaying under the surface. The foundation or the ground beneath you kept shifting because you were going in the wrong direction, or you were trying to find stability. If there's decay under the surface, the ground is not going to be stable. You had to relinquish your power or give up. Not give up. You had to relinquish your power and like surrender, not give up. Surrender. Giving up is two different things. Giving up is somebody who starts to destroy their lives because nothing's working out. You know, drugs, alcohol, violent crime behavior. You didn't do that. You surrendered. Because wisdom supports you. The roots go deep. You surrendered. The roots from your ancestry, you were anchored by that. But you weren't aware of it. You weren't really aware because you could have been disconnected from your family in some way, or they didn't tell you this. They weren't aware of it themselves. But there's something that's passed down through the bloodline here with this tree. And it was decay under the surface. Decay. When something decays, this is like, what's the word I'm looking for? When the body starts to decay. Decomposition. This is Scorpio energy. When you decompose something, you actually give birth to new life. So your old life had to be decomposed. Your old life had to be decomposed. And the energy from that old life, from that decomposition, is now the fertilizer for this new beginning for you. This is also part of the burial dead people thing. There are people on the other side supporting you. They spoke to you about this, but you didn't understand what they were saying. And you weren't supposed to then. Now you get what they were saying. Decay, just because something's decay underneath the surface doesn't mean it's dead. It's not dead. This is like something being transmuted. So that a death or loss or decomposition is giving birth to something new. It's like being reborn here. Transformation, sacred journey. You see how we have this tree here. We see what this is a grapefruit? This is a grapefruit. Yeah, decay under the surface, strength waning. 12th house energy, something's revealed, insight, breakthrough, life cycles, family, transformation. Yeah, this is breaking generational curses, but also unlocking some sort of key that was hidden from you by death, by ignorance, by time, by trauma, by tragedy. This decay is actually giving birth to new life. And that is why nothing ever worked for you. Or it was just so many unexpected changes that you were forced to experience because you had to collect your sonic rings, or you had to collect your sonic what is it called? I just mentioned it. I forgot what they're called. I just mentioned it. Not sonic rings, but are they rings? The little gemstones. Thanos has his gemstones too. And these are the gemstones. These are experiences that taught you certain lessons you needed to unlock this door, to go on this journey. So, you were drifting. You were drifting in life. Not because you didn't have any purpose or direction, because you were doing a bunch of stuff, but you couldn't anchor yourself anywhere because you weren't supposed to yet. Now you're getting prepared to anchor yourself in whatever your purpose is, and you'll get the support from the universe to build and grow from there. You may even get married or reunite with somebody who you walked away from the past. Okay? All right, Scorpio, or whoever I'm reading this for, I forgot because I'm in the zone. But I look forward to reading your feedback. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.